Broadcasting live from somewhere in the Shadow Realm, this is YuGiOh Duel Links Talk. Here's your host, Doug Dimmaduel.
Hey there, and welcome to another episode of YuGiOh Duel Links Talk. Today we're going to take a look at the newest box that just came out on July 10th, 2017, Dawn of Destiny. This is an 80-pack box that looks like there's even a sale going on right now where you could get 3 packs for 99 cents, and I'm pretty sure it'll keep on climbing the ranks here, and you could buy more and more. But yeah, this set looks pretty cool. We're going to go through the Ultra Rares and the Super Rares and just see what's included in this set. So the first one here, we have one Ultra Rare copy of Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys. And it is a level 8 Winged Beast, 2400 attack, 1600 defense. During your next standby phase, after this card was destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, special summon this card from the graveyard. When you do, destroy all spell and trap cards on the field. So Sacred Phoenix has got a lot of big play potential here. Especially if you're running a deck that's not so spell and trap heavy, since its secondary effect is to destroy all spell and trap cards on the field. What you basically want to do is find a way to destroy this card from either your hand or from the field, because it doesn't specifically say in the card text that it has to be on the field. It just says after this card was destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard. So there's multiple ways you can destroy this card and send it to the graveyard, but just make sure that the effect that you're using does destroy the card, not just pay it as tribute or send it, because I don't think that would activate the effect. So yeah, but for a fire type, 2400 attack, level 8, it's a pretty solid card. But yeah, its effect where it basically acts like a phoenix and comes out of the graveyard and back onto the field, that's a pretty fitting effect. Anyway, yeah, the card has a lot of big play potential. Next, we have another Ultra Rare, Tribute to the Doomed. This card, one card, then target one monster on the field and destroy it. So this one's pretty good. It does come at a cost, and it seems like with the speed duel format, with only 4 to 5 cards in your starting hand, it seems like discarding a resource to destroy a monster on the field, could have it could have some drawbacks. But overall, I mean, more likely than not, this card is going to be one of the better cards. I could see this one being used quite often now. People try to get their hands on multiple copies of this. This one was very, very good in the TCG when it came out, and I expect it to do more of the same here in Duel Links. This will be a very good card that will be used quite a bit. So Tribute to the Doomed, great spell card. Not much else I could say about that. That was pretty straightforward. Next we have a Super Rare. We're getting into Super Rares now. We have Mirage Knight, a level 8 warrior, 2800 attack, 2000 defense. It cannot be normal summoned or set, and must first be special summoned by Dark Flare Knight, and cannot be special summoned by other ways. During damage calculation only, this card gains attack equal to the original attack of the opponent's monster it's battling. During the end phase of a turn this card attacked or was attacked, banish this card. So yeah, I mean, this one, it's a pretty good card. This one can definitely help you. Just, I don't know, if your opponent is down at least half of their life points, this one, if you can get this guy onto the field, you're basically swinging for 2,800 life points, because if you're catching up to your opponent's attack based off of its effect, then I mean, hey, this thing could do some damage. Now the only problem is that you have to banish this card at the end phase when it attacked or was attacked. So that's the only downfall that I see with this one, and aside from the summoning requirement. But overall, Mirage Knight is a pretty good card if you have it in the right situation. Next we have Ill Blood. It's a level 6 zombie Gemini, 2100 attack, 800 defense. It's got the usual Gemini effect where it's treated as a normal monster while face up on the field or in the graveyard, but then you can normal summon it and give it another effect. So its effect is once per turn, you can special summon one zombie type monster from your hand or from either player's graveyard. When this card leaves the field, destroy all zombie type monsters special summoned by this card's effect. So with a 2100 attack and an 800 defense, this thing should have some staying power on the field, and it's only a 1 tribute monster. So yeah, overall this is good. I remember seeing this one quite a bit with some of the prior events. So yeah, really good card. Ill Blood, can't go wrong. Next we have another Super Rare, Heavy Knight of the Flame, level 4 zombie Gemini, Fire, 1800 attack, 200 defense. This card is treated as a normal monster while on the field in the graveyard, and then you can normal summon it again to activate its Gemini effect. Its Gemini effect is, at the start of the damage step, if this card attacked a special summoned monster, you can banish that monster. So think about all the types of special summons that we're starting to see now, between just using cards like Kaibaman, or using Black Illusion Ritual to special summon ritual summon your Relinquished. Heavy Knight of the Flame, if it's just running into attack, it's going to banish that monster as long as you get that Gemini effect out. So not only do I see this card running well in different fire decks and zombie decks, but I also see this one running well in just a standalone Gemini deck, having multiple copies of this card. Having a super alloy on the field, and then also activating your Heavy Knight of the Flames Gemini effect through having a super alloy. I mean, this just has a lot of good potential there. It's a great card. Next we have Skull Conductor, level 4 zombie, 2000 attack, 0 defense. If this card is face up on the field at the end of the battle phase, destroy this face up card. You can send this card from your hand to the graveyard and special summon up to 2 zombie type monsters from your hand whose combined attack is exactly 2000. So, yeah, Skull Conductor has a pretty good set of skills. Now, of course, it can get destroyed at the end of the phase, but if you're trying to do a quick swing for 2,000 life points, if your opponent's field is open, having a card like Skull Conductor is pretty solid for your zombie deck, or for just about any deck. Honestly, this one could fit. It's got a lot of pros and cons, but it's a pretty situational card in my opinion, but also a very, very good one. Next, we have Magical Exemplar. It's a level 4 spellcaster, 1700 attack, 1400 defense. Each time a spell card is activated, place 2 spell counters on this card when that spell card resolves. Once per turn, you can remove any number of spell counters from this card and special summon 1 spellcaster type monster from your hand or graveyard whose level is equal to the number of spell counters you removed. Now, given the smaller hand size, I don't anticipate this card being able to summon higher than a level 2 through a level 4, or I guess a level 1 through a level 4 spellcaster monster from your hand or graveyard, just because of the nature of the hands in the speed duel format. If you do have a larger hand and you got a lot of spell cards, you can get a Magical Exemplar into the field, activate quite a few spell cards, start racking up the spell counters. Maybe you could get a higher level monster that's a spellcaster out onto the field at level 6, or even a Dark Magician at level 7, or something along those lines. But this card does have some good potential here. And with a 1700 attack, 1400 defense, and a Power of Dark deck, you're already sitting there with a 1900 attack monster. So, yeah, nothing to sneeze at. This is a really good card. Next, we have another super rare here, the Dark Hex Sealed Fusion. This one kind of sounds familiar because there was one similar at the card trader for Earth-type monsters. But this is a level 3 rock, 100 attack, 1600 defense. You can substitute this card for any one fusion material monster, but the other fusion material monsters must be correct. You can tribute fusion material monsters on the field, including this face-up card, and special summon 1 corresponding dark fusion monster from your extra deck. So, this one's really good. I always like these type of fusion substitute monsters. I like to kind of run some decks that really utilize the extra deck. This is a must-have, in my opinion, if you're running this, if you're trying to get this box set. Try and get at least a copy of this one. I know there's only one per box, but if you're going to run multiple copies of this box, this is one super rare that I want to look out and get multiple copies of. Now we have another super rare here. We have Super Rush Headlong. It's a quick play spell card. You target 1 face-up monster you control and declare 1 attribute. If that target battles an opponent's monster with that attribute this turn, destroy that opponent's monster at the start of the damage step. So, this card's just pretty effective, and the thing is, it destroys it at the start of the damage step, so even if it's a weaker monster that you're using to attack that opponent's monster with that specific attribute, I don't think you're going to take any battle damage, and I may be wrong, but because it's at the start of the damage step, the monster is destroyed. So, yeah, this is a pretty good card. This one you could combo out quite a bit with a ton of monsters. I could already see a lot of use for other decks, even such as some of those Rex Raptor decks or anything along those lines where you have a high volume of monsters that aren't necessarily the high attack beaters, but they're pretty good as they are. But just getting over those really powerful monsters that you may end up having trouble with, having a card like Super Rush Headlong will help mitigate the risk of going up against a high level high attack monster that you are trying to get over. Okay, next super rare here we have Molten Destruction. It's a field spell card. You increase the attack of all fire monsters by 500 points and increase their defense by 400 points. You know, I've run a few fire decks in the past, and Molten Destruction would be just an ideal piece to add to those decks. Seems like fire monsters have been getting a lot of support lately. Running this kind of field spell just really makes your monsters a lot more formidable, and some of those fire monsters are already pretty high attack, so Molten Destruction is just an absolute beast of a card. So, I mean, overall, after seeing the supers and the ultras, it seems like this set is overall just really good. So, Dawn of Destiny, there's 80 cards in each pack. Definitely, in my opinion, worth spending some gems on. Maybe, taking advantage of some of the sales, buy some packs. But overall, this deck, this set of cards can just really power boost your deck in more ways than one, and it seems like there's a lot of utility based cards that can fit in quite a few decks that aren't just pigeonholed into maybe zombie or fire or something along those lines. Seems like there's quite a few of these cards that are just good overall. You can't complain. So anyway, that's it for today's episode. If there's anything that you want to add, or if there's anything that maybe you've had some good experiences, good pulls or bad pulls from this box set, I'd like to hear your opinions. Reach out to me on Twitter at YuGiOh Deck Talk. It's all one word, at YuGiOh Deck Talk, and I'd love to hear about it, and I'd love to potentially go into this box set even a little further in a future episode. But anyway, that's it. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Take care.